Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. I hope all of you are safe and doing well. So since the time I opened my channel, I have been filming only veg recipes. So today I thought of sharing with you a very tasty and a delicious and a healthy form of biryani. Yes, you heard me right, biryani, and that too in healthier version. But I'm gonna make it sure that you will be loving every bit of it. So let's start with the recipe. For making this recipe, we need, of course, chicken, one boiled egg, some roughly chopped tomatoes and coriander, some finely chopped onions, some finely chopped ginger, garlic, and some slitted green chilies. We are using milk, curd, and some A2 desi ghee. Among the ground spices, we are using red chili powder, turmeric powder, cumin and coriander powder, garam masala powder, Himalayan pink salt to taste, and also some homemade biryani masala. Also, we will be using some finely chopped almonds and peanuts to give a little more crunch to the biryani. For making the rice, we are using long grain basmati rice and bay leaf, star anise, cloves and black pepper to make the rice a little more flavorful. Now we will marinate our chicken with curd and all the ground spices. I'll suggest you to marinate the chicken and freeze it for at least 1 hour. It will help the spices to get into the chicken and will make it more flavorful. I will give it a nice. So here I have added all the ground spices except salt. When you are using curd in any recipe, don't use salt in the very first step because it may make the curd to form lumps. I'm using my hands here because I want the chicken to get completely coated with all the spices and the curd. So as I set the chicken to marinate with all the spices and the curd, I will do preparation for the rice. Bay leaf, 1 star anise, four to 5 cloves, and some black pepper. We will now boil it up to at least 85 to 90%. So meanwhile, when my rice is getting prepared, I'll make preparation for the chicken. So we are using 2 teaspoons of olive oil here. In the first step, I am tempering the olive oil with some black pepper, cloves and bay leaf. Then we will be adding the marinated chicken directly into the oil. We won't be adding onions in the very first step because then it will consume the entire amount of oil into it. We will be sauteing the chicken until it gets completely coated with all the spices and the thin layer of crust happens to be on the outer surface of the chicken. Since we are using chicken breast here, so it is extremely low in fat and a very good source of protein, and it will take a very less time to get boiled. Next, we will be adding the chopped onions here and will give it a nice mix. The onions will be losing a large amount of water, so let it get cooked with the onions and the water it releases. So you can see that our rice is 90% ready. We will turn off the gas and drain off the excess amount of water from the rice. When you find your onions a little tender, add the Himalayan pink salt in this step. It will make the onions more softer and will also help the chicken to get boiled. And give it a nice mix. In this step, we will be adding some amount of hot water and will cover it until the chicken gets completely cooked. As you see the froth coming up, we will now add a little amount of garam masala and will cover the chicken and let it boil. Give it a nice mix. And cover it. So when our chicken is almost 70% cooked, we will add the chopped tomatoes, some coriander leaves and some slitted green chilies, and will let the chicken get boiled completely. So we are done with the chicken. Now we will turn off the gas and do the final layering of the biryani. In the first step, we will add some homemade biryani masala over the chicken. We will then cover the chicken with the rice. You can now easily understand the quantity of rice and the quantity of protein I have used for this recipe. So it certainly makes it a very low carb and a high protein recipe and will make you feel full for a very longer time. So now I'll be adding some biryani masala over the rice again. Now I will add a little amount of milk, of course toned milk in this case, to give a nice moist texture to the biryani. Adding in a handful of coriander leaves and some slitted green chilies. And the final step of the biryani is nothing without ghee, so adding in a very little amount of A2 desi ghee to the biryani. We will then cover it and will set it to dum for at least 10 minutes. So we are done with 10 minutes and now let's uncover our biryani and see what's happening inside. Oh my god, it looks delicious. In the final step of the biryani, I am adding the chopped almonds and the peanuts. I don't prefer them adding before because somehow it gets boiled and loses its crunch. You can certainly add them before according to your taste. I'll give it a slight mix from the sides now and we'll serve it hot. So our biryani is all ready to be served. I would like to request you to please try this at home and let me know if you have enjoyed this recipe. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel, and also don't forget to hit the bell button so that if I post something here, it reaches to you fast. I shall come up with another interesting recipe very soon. Till then, bye bye, take care and happy eating.